In the last class, we have studied about what is fault ride through and what are the cause of fault ride through and why it is important to have this property or have voltage regulation during fault ride through. Okay, and according to our syllabus, we will see fault ride through uh, when wind farm is connected to our grid. But before that, you should have some basic knowledge about wind power technologies, or you all are aware what is wind farm or what is wind turbine. Okay, it is basically what wind turbine is doing. It is converting your wind energy into your electrical energy, and it is a renewable source of energy, and it is very popular nowadays. Wind energy and solar energy are among the most popular renewable resources, which are which share a wide percentage in the overall electricity production. So to start with, first we will see you can't find this topic anywhere as it is in any textbook. As I have already said, you need to study some research paper in which it is given, or then only you have to make notes. You can't get it just like that on the platter and you will note it down. You have to make notes for that particular topic. So let's talk about let's talk about what is the concept of wind plant technologies. Okay, so we have these wind plants. Everybody know, okay, we have this wind turbine, then we have the generator. Mostly we use doubly fed induction generator in case of wind turbine, and with this generator is connected to your grid with certain kind of controller. Okay, so this wind plant can be of two type. The first one is variable speed type, or the second one is constant speed type. Okay, and the variable speed could be of two type: full fed and double fed. And the constant speed type would be of direct grid coupling. So now we will see what does that mean. ये तो हो गया कि what are the basic types of your wind power plants. Now we will talk about how they are different and what is the basic concept behind these plants. So if we talk about wind constant speed wind turbine, it consists of a asynchronous squirrel cage induction motor. Okay, you all must have read about induction machines, and induction machine could be of two type, no? Squirrel cage and your wound rotor type. So what happened in squirrel cage? Your winding is there in the rotor, okay, and they are being short circuited. Okay, so you can't add external resistance in case of your squirrel cage induction motor, but in case of your wound type, what you can add the external resistance through slip rings. Okay. So where were we? Okay, we were talking about constant speed turbine. It basically consists of asynchronous squirrel cage induction generator. Asynchronous आप सब लोगों को पता है कि जो आपका इंडक्शन मशीन होता है उसी को हम asynchronous मशीन भी बोलते हैं. तो induction machine is a kind of asynchronous machine. So here in case of your fixed speed wind power plant, what we are using asynchronous squirrel cage induction generator. And it is synchronized to the utility grid through a step-up transformer and passes through a static transfer switch that has the ability of islanding mode detection and grid connected mode. What does that mean? It means कि आपका जो constant speed का wind turbine होता है उसमें आपका जो यूज़ होता है वो asynchronous squirrel cage induction generator होता है, जो कि सिंक्रोनाइज होता है यूटिलिटी ग्रिड के साथ, जिसके साथ भी वो कनेक्टेड है, जिस ग्रिड के साथ भी उसके साथ वो सिंक्रोनाइज होता है. सिंक्रोनाइज होने का मतलब क्या है? इट सप्लाई द वोल्टेज एंड एट द सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी इन विच योर ग्रिड इज वर्किंग. ठीक है, और इट इज़ कनेक्टेड टू द ग्रिड थ्रू अ स्टेप अप ट्रांसफार्मर. ओके, एंड ऑल्सो इट हैज़ आईलैंडिंग मोड एंड ग्रिड कनेक्टेड मोड. व्हाट डज इट मीन? आईलैंडिंग मोड का मतलब होता है कि अगर कोई फॉल्ट डिटेक्ट होता है तो इट सेपरेट द ग्रिड, इट सेपरेट इटसेल्फ फ्रॉम द ग्रिड. ओके, आजकल बहुत जगह आइलैंडिंग मोड होते हैं. आइलैंडिंग मोड से हमें क्या फ़ायदा होता है कि जो फॉल्ट होता है वो वहीं पे रुक जाता है. इट वॉन्ट स्प्रेड. ओके, जहाँ तक फॉल्ट आया है या कुछ पैरामीटर्स में एब्रप्टली चेंज है तो द सिस्टम विल डिटेक्ट इट एंड इट विल कट इट ऑफ फ्रॉम द रेस्ट ऑफ द सिस्टम, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इट इज़ आइलैंडिंग इटसेल्फ. ओके, आइलैंड का मतलब सबको पता है कि आइलैंड क्या होता है, और से अलग होता है. मतलब आप चारों तरफ पानी होता है, आइलैंड के बीच में आइलैंड होता है. सो इट इज़ लाइक समवेयर सेपरेटेड फ्रॉम रेस्ट ऑफ द लैंड. ओके, इट हैज़ इट्स ओन वो. तो आइलैंडिंग मोड में यही होता है कि जब फॉल्ट आता है, कोई एब्रप्ट कंडीशंस होती हैं या अनफेवरेबल कंडीशंस होती हैं, इन दैट सिनेरियो दैट पर्टिकुलर part will island itself, get into island mode and separate itself from the rest of the system. Okay, and in this way it is saving the rest of the system and the fault to get get into the rest of the system. So it will minimize the damage. And the spiral cage induction generator always draw reactive power. Okay, it always your induction generator always draw reactive power, which means the network operator need to install capacitor bank as reactive power compensator. Okay, so to compensate the, as your spiral induction generator is drawing the reactive power only, so to compensate that demand, we are having, this is the arrangement for your fixed speed wind power plant. This is the arrangement. Okay, here your spiral gauge induction motor, this is your wind turbine, this is your soft starter with control system, this is capacitor bank to compensate the reactive power, and this is your static transfer switch, this is your coupling transformer, and then it is in the, it is connected to your main utility. Okay, so the variation, as you can see, smooth grid connection requires a soft starter as shown. So soft starters are provided to get a smooth grid connection, and the variation of voltage in constant speed wind turbine always result in a fluctuation of reactive power and line losses that require loss minimization strategies. The advantage of fixed speed wind turbine are that they are low cost, have a good dynamic response and simplicity, whereas the disadvantage are fixed frequency and voltage. Okay, so what तो मेन अगर आपसे कोई पूछा जाए कि क्या बोलते हैं, आपको उसका एडवांटेज पता चल गया. द एडवांटेज इज they are having low cost, have a good dynamic response and simple, but they have the disadvantage of your fixed frequency and voltage. So fixed frequency wind turbine power plants कौन से होते हैं? If somebody will ask you, then you will say, okay, these are the plants who supplies fixed frequency and voltage irrespective of the speed of the wind. Okay, so they are the plant which supplied fixed frequency and voltage irrespective of the speed of the wind. Okay, so that is the basic diagram of this fixed speed turbine. Now we will see variable speed wind turbine. So that was of two type, doubly fed and full fed. Here we have this full synchronous generator. We have this, okay, one second. This synchronous generator, this is for full fed. Okay, in full fed you can see that we have this spiral gauge induction generator, then we have this rectifier, inverter. Okay, and this is step up transformer was also there in that particular this. Then we have this utility grid. So if we talk technically, then variable speed operation by a wind power plant incorporating a synchronous generator may be achieved by mean of frequency converter. Okay, we have this frequency converters with a DC link. Okay, frequency converter with a DC link. The variable frequency alternating current produced by the generator is rectified before being fed via an inverter to the power grid as shown. Okay, so the variable frequency alternating current produced by generator is rectified. This generator will produce variable frequency alternating current, which was not in the case of your fixed frequency power plant. So that was about fully fed. And what is your doubly fed? One second. That was your fully fed. We in variable speed we have two type now, fully fed and doubly fed. So we will talk about doubly fed. This is your doubly fed induction generator in wind plant, a plant in which you are using doubly fed induction generator. Here it is. Okay, the frequency. So variable operation of a wind plant incorporating a doubly fed asynchronous generator may be realized as described. The machine slip power is fed into the power grid. So this machine's slip power is fed into your grid. Okay, this machine fed this machine slip power is fed. अब आप slip के बारे में तो you all know ना, slip is nothing but what is slip? Slip सबको पता है, slip is NS minus. If we talk about slip, there is two things, slip speed and slip percentage. Percentage slip, तो slip क्या होता है? NS minus N होता है, where NS is your synchronous speed and N is your rotor speed. and when you divided it by ns, then you will get percentage slip. Okay, so this enables the machine to function in super synchronous and sub-synchronous mode, where it may supply or consume active power depending on circumstances. So you must have known about super synchronous and sub-synchronous mode. So what is super synchronous mode? Super synchronous mode is when your machine is rotating above synchronous speed, and sub-synchronous mode is when your machine is rotating below synchronous speed. Okay, when it is rotating above synchronous speed, it is supplying the power. Okay, it is supplying, it is generating. But when it is rotating in sub-synchronous mode, that means it's your ns, it's your n is smaller than your ns, and in that case it consumes power from the grid. So the frequency provided by the converter, is depend on the rotor field frequency. Okay, it will depend on the rotor field frequency. The speed range is controlled by the frequency supplied to the rotor. See, this thing is given in your syllabus, assuming that you all know about induction generator. That was already in your syllabus when you were in first year. So see, your syllabus is designed according to your previous topics which you have covered. Okay, so even if you don't remember, just try to brush it up again and then read it again. So that was a small glimpse of your kind of power plant you are having. So now we will talk about the technologies. What were the traditional technologies? Technologies क्या थी, और how our अभी आप सबको पता है, now we have this smart grids, everything is controlled automatically. Okay, so what are the difference? Which have like we gone through from traditional grid technologies to smart grid technologies? So if you see, there is a differentiation which has been shown. In traditional grid technology, we had few sensors in the network. Okay, electromechanical systems were there. Now we have digital system, and sensors are all over the network that can detect any fault in a few seconds. Earlier we have few customer choices. Now we have many customer choices. Earlier limited control strategies are there, and failures and blackout issues were more. But nowadays your pervasive control strategy is adaptive and islanding mode. You have this adaptive and islanding mode which restrict the failures and blackout. Earlier manual restoration capabilities are there. Now your systems are at a very high percentage they are self-healing. So centralized generation was there earlier. Now you have this distributed generation that is making your system more robust and less prone to damage. And earlier you have this one-way communication technologies. Now you have two-way communication is there. Okay, now you can get the feedback. Now you are supplying something to it is two-way, it is not one-way, which was earlier. So manual monitoring was there earlier. Now you have remote self-monitoring. Okay, so that was something about your the difference between traditional grid technology that you should all know as an electrical engineer, that how technologies are developing and how much change we have achieved and in what area we have achieved the field. So if we particularly talk about smart grid technologies, its challenges and benefit, then this particular figure is encompasses everything. It is consisting everything. What are the smart grid technologies, what are their challenges and benefit. So you can say that two-way flow in network, it is providing us improved reliability, efficiency, improved market functioning and consumer services. So the benefit of two-way power flow are these. And energy storage systems, we are energy storage systems that you can install at the distribution site, and these energy storage could be your batteries, flywheels, and what are they doing? Optimized asset and utilization of self-healing technologies. Okay, they are contributing to your utilization of self-healing technologies. And then again you have this advanced meter infrastructure. You all are very much aware of that you people are now having advanced meters. So what these advanced meters are doing for us, how they are benefiting us, their increased energy securities are there. Earlier what was happening, people was theft, energy thefts were there. Log kya karte the, they put their wire and they take the unauthorized power unauthorizedly, okay, illegally. So that was wrong. And now with advanced meter, we have this increased energy security, we have power quality and increased of fault right through capability and use of intelligent control and monitoring. So the fourth parameter of smart grid technologies is energy management that has been provided us reduced greenhouse emission and environmental effect, which is very much important. Because see, every technology earlier what was important, economy, it should economical, okay, and it should continuous. बट आज के केस में क्या सिनेरियो चल रहा है, अभी आप सब लोग देख भी रहे हो, वी हैव दिस पेंडेमिक, ओके, एंड समवेयर और अदर हम लोगों को पता है कि वी और वाई पीपल आर लाइक सो मच लेस, नाउ पीपल आर हेडिंग टूवर्ड्स आयुर्वेदा एंड पीपल आर बूस्टिंग देयर एनर्जी विद दिस काढ़ास एंड ऑल. What is this? Okay, what is this? Because earlier we have spoiled our system with so much of waste and so much of junk food. Now we want to increase our immunity with going towards the natural food. Same thing is with you. We have deteriorated our environment so much so that now we are can spend some extra penny if we have this reduced emission. If you will design any technologies, one of the question must be like, okay, how much greenhouse effect you are, how much emission you are your technology is contributing to the nature. Okay, and some day back I have read this article in which it is written that some 4-5 big companies are only contributing 65 to 70% of the emission to the environment. So you can see it is very important. By your smart grid technologies, you can have your energy management that can reduce your greenhouse emission and environment impact. Now you have this what voltage regulation, which is very important from the from our syllabus point of view, and we have this fault ride through capability in wind farm, which we need to study. As I have already told you, you won't get this particular topic anywhere as it is in any textbook. You have to read it through research paper only. So let us read it. Fault ride through capability in the wind farm. Fault ride through is one of the grid codes established by some country. So see, in the starting of this unit, we have studied about grid codes. So grid codes are some rules and regulations that has been made to govern the grid economically and commercially and technically. So there are fault right through is one of the grid code. Okay, it is one of the grid code, how your grid should behave when there is fault and it is connected to wind farm. Okay. So few researchers have stated that offshore wind farms are electrically connected to the utility grid by a cable circuit and have showed that it is not feasible to use high voltage AC, but it is possible in HVDC system from economic and technical perspective. Okay, so first you will go through this, then we will see.